foreign exchange platforms. So in this section, we are going to be looking at the infrastructure that facilitates execution of foreign exchange transactions. So when we talk of the foreign exchange platforms, we are talking of platforms that provide the infrastructure to link market participants, such as to link a bank to the interbank market, to link a retail customer to a bank, to link a broker to a bank, etc., etc. And these platforms also facilitate trading, facilitate settlements of trade. So all those infrastructure that are involved to make sure that the execution of foreign exchange transaction is smooth. So let's first talk of in-person. So when we talk of in-person, this is the traditional method used at banks, or at bureau de change. We call them the currency exchange counters. So when a person walks in a bank and wants to sell domestic currency and buy foreign currency, that is what we call in-person transaction. And the characteristics involved with in-person transaction is that the prices are usually transparent. Like when you go to a bureau de change, you can clearly see the ask and bid prices, very transparent for you to choose whether to execute your trade or not. So either you want to buy or sell a domestic currency, you find the exchange rate there, very transparent, and you can clearly choose between one bank to another. So the transaction costs that are involved with in-person are usually very high, and they are passed to consumers. And we have other transaction fees that are involved if you leave alone the spread that is usually higher compared to the one that is in the wholesale market rates. We also have the telephone method there. And in the telephone method, it's usually used it's commonly used for large institutional trades, especially bank to bank, where calls can be placed by either an individual or a company to banks or between banks. And these calls can either be to execute a trade position, to buy or sell a certain currency for investment purposes, like maybe a company needs a foreign currency in order to invest in a foreign nation. So a company can call in through a telephone to the respective bank and actually execute orders. And usually after the call has been made, a call often is followed by digital confirmation to log and process the trade in order for the two parties to be clear on the execution. We also have the retail digital platforms that are mostly used by retail traders globally. So we have these retail digital platforms that are offered by the international banks for retail traders to actually see live prices, and they can actually buy and sell currencies through these retail digital platforms. And in these retail digital platforms, these are the ones that are most relevant to us as retail traders. And we use several of them. We have the MetaTrader 4, we have the MetaTrader 5. It's among the retail digital platforms that can be accessed by us retail traders and trade the Forex market. We also have other retail digital platforms offered by these large international banks, and those are platforms that can be used by any retail customer in the world. We also have the bank-to-bank platforms, which are digital systems that are used between banks, and these systems are also used to settle these currency transactions. So they're not only used between banks for executions, but also they can be used to settle currency transactions. So these are usually installed in-house through the banks, and only these banks can access the platforms. We also have the interbank platforms, which are advanced systems such as EBS, Refinitiv. These are used by central banks and other international banks that are involved in the interbank market, and they are used by these banks to take foreign exchange transactions. They are only accessible to interbank counterparties, and sometimes the systems, for example, the Refinitiv system allows banks to directly call and ask for a price, maybe to a central bank, etc., etc. So these are the several foreign exchange platforms that are used to link market participants and facilitate foreign exchange transactions. So in the later sections, we are going to see and dive into the retail digital platforms that are most relevant to us as retail traders so that we can know how to use them and trade the Forex market.